is for all my black viewers, my African Americans. Now I know I may look Mexican, but trust me, my mom black as night. You know, I'm a light skinned gang. Trust. But with that being said, I was one of the victims of Katrina. You know, only a few months, maybe a year old. I don't remember exactly. I was a fucking baby. But with that being said, many of us, especially African Americans, have been displaced all throughout the country when that shit hit. And this is damn near, what, I don't know, 22 years ago, something like that. You know what I mean? 2024. Yeah, you know what I mean? And to this day, a lot of the city has never recovered. But this documentary I'm watching, you know, the other night, when the levees broke, a rec room of 4 nights, something like that, on YouTube. It's free. If you, especially if you've been through this hurricane, bro, you need to go watch it. Remember your roots, and especially, you know, being from Louisiana, I never really gotten a chance to be in my own hometown. You know, everybody talk about you gotta leave your hometown and shit, you know what I'm saying? I know where I came up at, left all those areas, but to never really have my roots planted firmly where I'm from, and still, you know, shout out my mother as well, to be able to carry me through all of the storm waters with all the bullshit that was in it, and all the fucking corruption that was going on. You know, thinking about all this shit really ties it into, you know, how, especially as a culture, my black community, we don't have our identity really all there. You know what I mean? And I can only encourage you to try, because a lot of our history and roots have been fucking destroyed, especially if you was from Katrina. Multiple generations lived in one household. All of that shit gone. Many chosen souls didn't get to make it this far. You know what I mean? And you know, they gonna come back, of course. But with that, it is still sad. And we still voted for all the motherfuckers that didn't want to help give you assistance for none of it. The FEMA, the fucking Bush motherfuckers, all the they just turned a blind eye. You know, there's really not anything we can do with this being, you know, damn near 2 decades. 2 decades for sure, but, you know, I can only encourage you, watch that documentary. Especially if you know, from New Orleans, bro. There's so much history. I'm like, I can't get over the fact that besides all the death and the corruption, the history, like, I was equating this shit to the Library of Alexandria burning down, because this is our, you know, you think of black people, what state do you think of? You know what I mean? I don't, for me personally, I don't think of California, Chicago, fucking Illinois, no, Detroit, no, Florida, none of that. I think Louisiana. Maybe that's because I'm from there, but you know, as I said, many generations in one household. Such a close spiritual community as well. You hate to see it. And you know exactly why they did it as well, with the levees, you know, not even the storm itself being the problem, the levees breaking, with the conspiracy of whether or not they blew them bitches up, or a barge hit it, or if it was just too much water, whatever the fuck, they still broke, and the motherfuckers did not have appropriate planning beforehand, right? And on top of that, these motherfuckers turned a blind eye for all of us for a week straight. Where I'm watching these documentaries, man, these motherfuckers out here buying Ferragamo shoes and shit. Bush out here doing events. Fucking the vice president, he acting like he been paying attention to this other city's fucking destruction, but no one wanted to talk about poor little New Orleans, Louisiana. Just completely forgot about it. Oh, everybody knew this hurricane was coming this way, very likely to cause mass destruction. But when it hits, and apparently all the communication is down, and nobody, that's not suspicious. That's just like, the whole city's down. Oh, and the hurricane just seemed to pass by it. Must be a coincidence. Must have been the wind. You know what I mean? Look into this shit, man. And I can only encourage you with that being, some newfound wisdom. Maybe it's not. Maybe you do know this shit. Being a victim. You know what I mean? But really goes to show you everything we talk about here, how the government really don't like none of you. There was a lot of white people in that as well. I'm not like being colorist or nothing. I fucks with everybody. But even poor white people that were stuck in there, they didn't give a shit about you either. That says something about our government. The same people that we are voting for, the same motherfuckers that are guilty in the Epstein predicament, that have not arrested not a damn fucking soul, and we just supposed to continue trying to get jobs, voting for these motherfuckers, keeping them in office, and they just on every fucking head, they just hate us, and they want to see you dead. Now, I don't think I could find an even better example than the Katrina predicament. Maybe Hurricane Irma and Helene, how even when FEMA was, FEMA there for assistance, they have the funding for assistance when these type of things happen. No, where did that funding go? To some fucking immigrants from God knows where in multiple states, so they can all have a hotel, a nice warm bed, and some good eats. Fuck the U.S. citizens that literally live here. You know what I'm saying? Tell this all this time. I'm saying they don't care about you, gang. Maybe worry about that instead of your money and shit. There's a deeper issue here. You know what I mean? I think you know. You feel me?